This is a F13 Cross Blueberry F2 Super Gas. 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 Gas.
Yes. All right, we'll see which trendy can get the show started here.
Be right back.
All right.
Justin Jefferson.
Hey, Justin.
Hurry up with the names.
Well, bro, you got to hurry up with the chat, man. You want the show to start. That's what's up. I mean, I don't start the show till somebody chats. You leave a chat, that starts the show. That's how it works. And then I get the timing right on this.
Prepare yourself.
Boom. Yes. Here's the e-nail firing up.
Bradley Johns. Good morning, Nick.
Line and take cashing your chips, you snip, little whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on Rio, all the woman in red. Don't fool yourself, it's all
Justin
in your
Jefferson.
head. You're a
What's up,
man up in next century. Look in the mirrors, count insecurity. I bleed for you, my eyes burn. My point is no, 'cause you'll never learn. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed.
Fuck you, Michelle Bachman. Fuck you.
Lying and dying is all that you read. Let's hear it from your mouth.
Fuck you, fucking Levi's jeans. Fuck you, Ben Turks. Fuck you.
Say of your lonesome little dick. Line and take cashing your chips. You sit there whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on Rio, all the woman in red.
Levi's clothing company. Fuck you. That's what it's all about. It starts with an F.
Hello, Trendy. It's Trendy Nary reporting in live from Orlando, Florida, home of TRENDYASDABBERS and all things trendy, and Pinoy's from Northern California. A home of TRENDYASDABBERS on all things trendy. We find me, you, Pinoy, on all the trendies, all forms of social media, especially Rumble. We're on the Rumble. Hey, all right. Well, thank you, Justin. Bradley, hello. Bradley and Justin, what's up, guys? Hello, hello. Fantastic. You guys could make it this morning. Let's get right into some dabs. Because, sorry, we're dabbing. Yes, we are. And I was doing the OG Kush last night, and that was really good. I really, really, really enjoyed that. I think I'm going to have some more of that this morning. Oh,
Dude, I love the view from my camera.
It's sick.
What, the backyard?
Yeah, the background view of my camera is sick. I love it.
Your camera?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my camera.
Oh, your camera's always awesome.
Oh, thanks. You love the view of your camera? That you can see your house back there?
Yeah.
I love that view too, bro. I like seeing it still standing.
Yeah, nah, everything good. Frankles, what's up, buddy? What you doing, Frankles? What's up, buddy? Huh? Little baby bear boy? Huh? Being a little baby bear?
God bless America. Who's the fucking idiot? Alright. Yeah, cool. I'm ready when you are.
Yep. I already recharged my
Hey,
temp
not
thing.
telling. Oh, my glass is all clean. That's so nice. That's a good feeling.
Dude, I took my girl to the doctor yesterday. Got to see my baby's heartbeat.
Nice.
That was dope.
Nice.
It was like a little like light trying to turn on. It
Wow.
was just like flickering, dude. How babe? That shit was crazy.
Justin Jefferson. Man, you still have that guy all turned up. He was in someone else's live stream talking about it last HT.
That guy? What guy are you talking about?
Yeah, in a little bit. Oh, Nate said that there's a pet store in Lakeport that has all that shit. So, yeah, we gotta go get some frickin'
Justin Jefferson.
gotta
We
go
are
get
the
some-
show.
Oh yeah, the little light bulb. Make sure
We
you
are
grab
the
one
show.
when we go.
I don't know what you... Justin, I'm sorry. I don't know what We Are the Show is. I'm sorry. I don't know what guy you're talking about. I'm so sorry, man. I just don't know what you're talking about. You said that guy, then you said We Are the Show. Are you ready, Pinoy?
Yep, I'm at 590. Give me like 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you if you want to go.
No, I'm all right.
Dude, I've been thinking about getting that game Starfield, bro. Cyber's got me
Steven
like
running.
sold.
Yeah, it looks
Good
good.
morning.
Cheers,
Seamer
everybody.
Canada.
Cheers.
Out there, one love.
Good morning.
Cheers, everybody. No longer
NLRC.
gonna get
Cheers, TRENDYASDABBERS at Nay's Garden. Justin Jefferson. That guy from Therapy Range who then jumped in your live after we ended. On Tuesday, bro.
Oh. Oh yeah, get in
I mean, Therapy Range is Paul. I don't know what guy you're talking about.
there. Right? Cheers, everybody.
Justin, who are you talking about? Cheers. The guy from Therapy Range is Paul. Unless you're talking about somebody else. I mean, you know Paul, so I don't know what you're talking about. That guy from Therapy Range. He jumped in my... Oh. A dude who came into the chat? After Therapy Range?
Justin Jefferson. I'm talking about the guy in the live chat that was talking crap.
What was he talking crap about?
Oh, you talking about the dude yesterday?
No, he's saying from Tuesday. Today's Saturday.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember people that long if I don't talk to them every day.
You said his name is We Are the Show? Is that the guy's name? Oh, I think I do remember that.
No, I'm just playing.
The guy that I just disagreed with him on shit?
Justin Jefferson. Trannies. He said hell yeah, Sarge.
Oh, the guy that said trannies. God, it's so stupid. Get the fuck over it. You know, people are different than you. They're transsexuals. You can use the word. Saying trannies, it means you're a fucking hater. And it also makes you a douchebag. And it could be you. You could be the tranny that people are calling the fucking, the slight, using the slight word against. You know, if you don't know how to spell the word transsexual, learn it. Because tranny isn't acceptable. Trans is.
Yep.
But, I mean, you guys need to get over your fucking hate, man.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, brother, he's still on that after almost a week, lol.
Sounds like he's got an issue around it. You know? And doesn't sound too secure with his own sexuality and his own gender. You know? And if he's so worried about somebody else's, maybe he should go get some fucking therapy himself. You know? If somebody's out there professing hate against men that dress up like women or men that are transitioning into a woman, it probably just means you're fucking sexually confused because you're attracted to them. And you know what? Fuck you. You know, deal with it. Live with it. But don't take it out on the very people.
For sure.
Don't take it out on the very people that you're obviously infatuated with to the point that you can't shut the fuck up about them over. Right? If you hate them so much, quit fucking talking about them. You know? God, what a douchebag. Just let that shit go, man. It doesn't concern you. Well, or I guess it does. If you can't let it go, then it must concern you. It must be something you need to do a little bit more research around. Maybe get to know yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like shit.
Justin Jefferson. That's what I said. I said look, unless they're messing with me, my kids, or my money, I don't care what anyone is doing.
Yeah. You know? And all the trans people that are out there trying to read little stories to kids, you're ruining it for everybody. Leave the children alone and stop ruining it for all the transsexuals out there. You know? Quit. Stop. You know, if a kid wants to grow up and be a trans, they will. They'll figure it out on their own. They don't need you reading them fucking stories to try to encourage them. You know? I fucking hate that shit. I hate it. Because they're going to try to use that as, oh, you're anti-trans people? You don't like them reading stories?
Isn't influenced. It's either you or.
It's either you are or aren't. Yeah, right?
Yeah, my pronouns are him.
Yeah, so are mine. And whatever somebody else's are, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
Call yourself a fucking sheep. I don't care. Whatever you want to fucking be today. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
My pronouns are back.
You know, when anytime somebody's like, oh, the pronoun, blah, 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 just say, oh yeah, does it hurt your feelings? That someone's pronoun is this or that? Oh, you get your feelings hurt? Oh, someone's transsexual. Oh, did you get your does that hurt your feelings that person's transsexual? That they exist? Does that hurt your feelings, Ron DeSantis? You fucking Nazi cunt job. Fucking Nazi cunt job, bitch. Dude, he's not doing very well, man. People are really calling him out on the internet for not saying anything against the
Justin
Nazi
Jefferson.
march that happened in my
I
town.
identify as a vegetarian.
Vegetarian. V-A-G.
Vegetarian. That's hella funny.
Justin Jefferson. Eat the veg, regurgitate it, and smash it again. Yeah, feel me.
Feel me. Go get you a cup of coffee, babe. I don't know. Wow, we're finally out of that other creamer. That's the first time in fucking years.
You use International?
What, creamer?
Yeah.
No, I use that hazelnut fucking. What is that shit?
Who's the company? You don't use International?
I'm not sure what their company is.
Is it a big blue? Oh, is it a big...
It's almost like a goldish tan.
Dude, that sounds like International Brands hazelnut. It is in a goldish yellow.
Yeah, it's like a goldish yellow bottle.
I think it's International Brands, dude. That's who I use. But I don't use hazelnut. I do vanilla.
I love hazelnut.
Vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla's good too. Alright, fiber, okay.
So, you might notice in the title that I said that a Category 5 hurricane is developed in every single hurricane zone this year for the first time ever. That's never happened before. And several years ago on my live shows, I was telling people there's going to be a time when we're going to be transitioning into these really severe storms, and people are going to start realizing that it's not getting any better. It's going to get worse. And we're going to have the biggest storms we've ever seen, and they're only going to get bigger. Well,
Yeah,
what do you know?
100%.
We've been very lucky that some of these storms haven't hit the mainland yet, but you know when they do, and I don't care if it's this year or in 5 years, I guarantee you these Category 5s and 6s are going to be hitting the United States, and when they do, that's when all of you climate cunts are going to shut the fuck up. And you're going to have to admit that we are fucked. It's not getting any better. It's affected you. And climate change really is a thing that's happening to all of us. You know, all these Chris Mars weather cunts out there that say, oh, the earth warms and it cools. And then it's going to warm again. And then it's going to cool again. Yeah, let me know when that fucking cooling time starts. Oh, yeah, that's after humanity goes extinct and we stop producing all this fucking CO2. That's when it's going to cool again, you morons. Not while we're living. Because we're generating the heat. And until you realize that, you know, you're just going to get swept up in it all. Luckily, Pinoy's out there. He's in an off-grid house, man. He can survive. He could grow his own food. He can make his own medicine. You guys need to be like him. Get your own well running. Off-grid, son. Otherwise, when all this shit happens...
Let me just finish what I'm doing.
Justin Jefferson. He's off ID.
He can be off-grid with the flip of a switch. He's got his own water. He's got his own power. He can grow his own food. He's got neighbors that grow chickens right across the street. And he can exchange cannabis for food with everybody out there.
I met Jeff.
He could be complete...
I met Jeff yesterday.
I don't know who that is. Jim?
Might have been Jim.
What, old man?
Justin Jefferson.
Dude,
What?
That's Rat Man Pinoy.
it was a tall,
Here I
skinny dude
come.
with glasses, bald guy.
The freaking Oracle.
Where'd you meet him at?
He lived, you know, right when you pull out of the driveway, make that right to
Yep.
go out.
Yep.
He was
The
right
freaking
on that
Oracle.
corner.
Morning
He
all.
said that,
Oh, Jeff. Dude, you met Jeff?
yeah.
Oh, my God. Dude, he doesn't ever leave that fucking house, dude.
Yeah, I met him. I seen him twice walking around, dude.
Wow. Dude, he's different. He's not completely there 100%. His mom is a little crazy too. They've got
I seen her. I thought it was his wife or something.
no, the old white-haired lady?
Yeah.
No, that's his mom, and she's nice to a point, but she can be a little manipulative, and she's probably pretty mad at me because I cut down some trees on her property, and we were supposed to pull them off her property, and those trees are probably still laying there. But we saved her life because those trees were going to fall on her house.
Oh, wow.
And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'll haul it all off and blah, 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 and all that. And I never did because I moved. And Mark was going to help me do it. And we just left those. So there's giant trees now in her backyard. 120-foot tall trees, bro. They were dead. Riddled with fucking pine beetles. And I'm talking, fucking this big around. You couldn't even put your arms around these fuckers. They're huge trees. And they're going to be there for a long time. When you go down there to the corner of the property, you'll see them all laying there. We had to cut trees down everywhere, bro. There's trees everywhere.
Fucking, when you're driving out on Rockies, that big giant fucking tree, dude, is right there on the side of the road.
Yeah.
That thing is humongous. It's like the size of a van.
Yeah.
standing up.
It's laying there on the ground. Oh, the one that's still standing.
Yes.
Well, you've got two trees on your property that are almost that big. You got two trees. You got the one up above the driveway. You got the giant one up above the driveway, and then you got the one down from the pond. If you're standing in the living room and you look down from the pond, dude, there's a giant Douglas fir right there. It's 30 feet away from the pond. You didn't even know it was there, did you? Because it's so fucking tall.
I just seen that one big one. I was like, damn, that tree must be like hundreds of years.
Down from the pond?
Huge. Nah, the one right there.
Bro, no. Listen to me. Go to the window and look out the window at the pond and then look to the left and look at that motherfucker. I can't believe he hasn't spotted this yet. I remember I was there for a year before I knew that tree was there. Because it's so tall and it's hidden. He's going to be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Justin Jefferson. Does he live in
Dude,
your old house?
Yeah, he lives in my old house. Go down there and get your picture taken in front of that tree, bro. Dude,
Thing is,
I've had my picture taken in front of that tree many times. It is huge, bro. That tree is huge. It is a giant of giants. That one and the one up above the driveway are about the same size. That tree's got to be like 120 feet tall. Big as fuck, huh, bro?
hell yeah, that thing's fucking humongous.
Dude, I can't wait for you to go down there and check it out. It's like a little park area. I made it really nice. I put a log there where you could sit there under the tree. There's a path that goes through there. It takes you all the way to the back of the property.
At least I ain't got to worry about firewood. There's plenty.
Oh yeah, no, the old UPS guy, my old UPS delivery guy, he stopped working. He retired.
Justin Jefferson.
But we used to come to the house and get firewood every once in a while.
Did he actually live in China and migrate here?
He lived in the Philippines. He grew up in the Philippines. How old were you when you moved to the United States?
I was like 8,
8 years old.
and then I went back when I was like 16 and finished high school, and then came back.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm ready to smoke when you are. I see you're eating over there.
Yeah, I'm about to take another dab and then run to the store real quick. We gotta get a couple things for the house.
Justin Jefferson. How old are you now, Pinoy?
I just turned 42.
Not Talon says, can't blame her for being disappointed those trees are still there. Fuck you. Those trees were gonna fucking kill her and her family. Not Talon. Fuck you. I paid to have those trees taken down for her. I didn't get a penny for that. Fuck you and fuck her. I saved their lives. That's the fucking thanks I get. For spending all that. Cost me a lot of money to take those trees down.
Yeah, it cost money to get trees taken down.
I had money she didn't have, and I was like, I'll pay for it. I'll do it. Oh, I can't blame her for being disappointed. The trees are still there.
Justin Jefferson.
What, in her backyard where
There
she
ain't
never
no
goes?
freaking way you're
'Cause
42.
she's never even tried to
You look like
contact
you're
me
in
about
your
them because she
20s.
never sees them. Fuck, dude. You don't even know what the fuck. You just open up your mouth. You have no idea what you're even talking about. Ain't no freaking way you're 42. They just said there ain't no way you're 42.
Yeah, bro. 81, man. Do the math.
Seymour
Do I
Cannabis.
get your...
At freaking Oracle, cheers, nay. Hoot and hell.
I don't know how I did that.
Cheers.
Can you pull your camera up just a little bit?
Yeah.
It's got your top of your head's cut off. Thank you, bro. All right. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers, everybody. No longer going to get him. You did a nice thing, but I saved somebody's life, but fuck you with your butt. We need to talk about your big butt, not telling.
Justin Jefferson. OMG, he looks young, bro.
What do they say? Not telling, no good deed goes unpunished. It's people like you that make that happen. People like my neighbor down there.
Cheers, 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 everybody, cheers.
I don't fucking care what I said. I'm not there anymore, not telling. I moved, you idiot. Shut the fuck up about it. God damn, do I look like I'm there? Which part of those trees were going to fall on her house and kill her entire family don't you get? God, man, it's like talking to a fucking brick wall.
Cheers, nay.
She should be nothing but thankful that those trees are no longer threatening her life.
Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna
Yo,
have to go
and
for
what
a
the
while, MFA.
fuck would be so wrong with me paying for the felling and her paying for the goddamn removal? How about it's her fucking property? The trees are on her fucking property. Her trees, I paid for it to be nice, and I got you busting my balls over it? Wow, man.
He's just trolling you.
She was grateful enough to try to contact me one time to ask me when I was going to move the trees off her property. She did contact me one time, but I was in the process of moving. I was getting the fuck out of there, and there was nothing I could do about it. You know? And like I said, I fucking paid to have them brought down. Why can't she fucking pay to have them hauled off? Why's it gotta be my fucking responsibility? I don't care what the fuck I said. I saved her life. I saw how fucking stupid she was being, and I tried to save somebody's life. You know, her poor son and his kid, and whoever else they had living over there in a trailer. All those people could have been wiped out in one storm, man. I did so much fucking work for all my neighbors out there. I did so much shit for them. I went out of my way. Like they say, no good deed goes unpunished, man. It totally fucking makes sense. It's hilarious in a situation just like this. Some people are ungrateful. Yeah, and some people want more than what they've been given for free. They get some shit and it's not enough. You know how many of her trees I fucking cut down? $100 a tree. Probably like 6. So, you know, to have that shit hauled off, especially if she could sell it to somebody and not even have to pay to have it hauled off. She'd just have to make a fucking phone call. Who knows? Maybe
Justin
she's
Jefferson. Spitting facts.
maybe she's already had the wood hauled off. I don't know. I have to ask Pinoy to walk down there and tell me. But, I mean, if you think I cut those trees down for any other reason except to help her, you're fucking crazy. Those trees were below my property. They were nowhere near my house. And when they fell, they were going to fall away from my property because they were on a mountainside. The only place they were going to fall was on her house, from her property. I did a nice thing. I did a really nice thing for her. And yeah, I may have bitten off a little bit more than I could chew, but you know what? Fuck you and fuck her. She's still alive because of me. You were fucking calling me out. Can't blame her for being disappointed. Those trees are still there. What do you mean you're fucking not calling me out? Yeah, that's exactly what you just did. You can't blame her because I spent $600 to do something nice for that woman that's never even given me the fucking time of day. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. She never used to talk to me, man. She wouldn't even fucking wave at me. Come over and say hello or bring me a fucking, you know, a welcoming gift or whatever when I got to the neighborhood. Nothing. Never heard from her at all. I lived there for 10 years. First time I ever had a conversation with her was when I went down to her house and I said, hey, you've got some trees here that are going to fall on your house. And I said, I've got a guy up here. He's cutting a couple trees down for me. I was like, I can go in here and cut these trees down for you. And I said, I know they're threatening your house and they could kill you guys. I don't mind paying for it while I'm doing all this work. I'll pay for this too. And she was worried about having the trees hauled off. She's told me that. She's like, well, what's all the wood just going to lay here? I was like, no, I'll have them haul it off for you. I'll get it out of here. And she's like, okay. She got $600 worth of fucking free tree work, man. Are you fucking kidding me? She had to do it anyway, or it was that or die. You know, or get your fucking house destroyed. I guarantee you she didn't have fucking enough insurance to cover that shit. So, you know, she wins. Whether up in her backyard where she never goes, there's a couple of trees that are fell or not, she still fucking wins because they're not going to fall on her fucking house. You know, and I get admonished by my own fucking chat for doing something nice for somebody that's spending $600 on almost a complete fucking stranger to me. But like I said, you don't know all the fucking facts. Miss blah blah blah. Yeah, I know it was a fucking mitzvah I did for her. But you can't blame her for being disappointed about those trees in her yard. I'll tell you what's disappointed. Being dead. That's fucking disappointing. All hurricane zones produced a Cat 5. First time ever. 2023. Hottest summer on record ever. Is it going to cool down next year? Is it going to cool down the year after that? Yeah, maybe we might have a little dip like we had the pause. It might cool down a little bit, but then guess what? We go right back to this again. Or maybe we don't even get to do this again. Maybe we don't cool down again. Maybe we're just going to get hotter next year. Maybe 2024 is really going to be hot. We thought 2023 was, but there were some of you that are like, oh, I'm fine.
That's why you the man brother, the heart you have, and the helping, caring person, your brother. That's why I love watching you beside the amazing shows.
Thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate you for saying that. When I took those trees down for that woman, for my neighbor, it was completely out of the goodness of my heart. And and at the time, it wasn't that I had all the money in the world. I wasn't that well off at that time when I spent that money. I remember that. I just was like, these people are going to get killed. I was concerned about that. That's all. I have a feeling that 99% of human beings on this planet wouldn't have said shit about those trees on her property.
Helps keep fire away too.
My lumberjack said, dude, your neighbors, bro, she's got all these trees and they're all going to fall towards her house. And they're all tall enough and dangerous enough to not only destroy her house, but kill everybody in it. I mean, it was pretty obvious to the lumberjack. He pointed it out to me. We walked over, man, sure enough, they were all dead. They were riddled with fucking pine beetles. The trees were going to come down, and they were going to go down the way of the mountain like they all do. Okay, so 2028.
I watched Nate for years. He is a good man.
Atomic ray. El Nino will reset right around 2028. But are you telling me, Atomic Ray, that 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027 are just going to get hotter and hotter every year? Hottest summer on record, hottest summer on record, hottest summer on record, hottest summer on record. And then 2028, it's going to cool off, and then we go right, just like I just said, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. And then we're going to start climbing again after the El Nino shit? Yeah, right. We're fucked. Right. We're fucked. It's not going to cool down enough to stop. We're not going to be fucking, skipping hopscotch down the fucking sidewalks, guys, in 2028. It's not going to be like that. I can see it dropping a little. Just, adjustments and shit. But with our CO2 levels, with the Elon Musk level of CO2 production, manufacturing, and agriculturing. How can you deny cooldowns when you recognize heat ups? No, I don't deny cooldowns. No.
Demolition Man, it's coming.
I totally agree with you. It can cool a little bit, but the when you look at the last 10 years on record and you see that it's been the hottest. Each one of those is the hottest, one of the hottest 10 years on record in the last 10 years, and you go back to the last 20 years and it's still like that. I mean, polar ice caps aren't going to last forever. I mean, some people think that we're just going to sustain an air conditioner here on this planet. And when that goes and the glaciers melt, what's gonna be the counterbalance? What that air drift that goes around the continents in the ocean, I forgot what that's called. What's gonna happen when that warms up? because it's not getting all that nice ice cooling. Are you Mother Nature? Can you define little bit? No, I'm not Mother Nature, and a little bit is a little bit as opposed to a lot of it. When the polar vortex comes down and freezes Cancun, what is the excuse then? I don't see that happening. I mean, when is that going to happen? Are you a flat earther? Am I a flat earther? I'll be right back with that answer. Hey.
Hoot in hell. It's more a triangle than flat.
Am I a flat earther? No, of course not. Can we agree that everyone has been wrong about weather prediction? Do you want to look at at the global average temperature chart, bro? You want me to pull up a global Atomic Ray? Why don't you pull up the global average temperature chart? Why don't you do that? This temperature's taken from around the planet and then averaged together globally. Why don't you tell me what that chart says to you? It's localized. Oh, yeah. Hot and cold is localized, everybody. Never a whole Earth event. It might be hot where you are at, but move to another location and it's cool. Yeah, man, you don't understand global average temperature, do you? That's the host is not missing that at all. Have you noticed we're floating in space? I'm more concerned about the temperature of space. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Atomic Ray, really? How old are you? I'm just kind of wondering. I like to know who I'm dealing with. I'm going to figure you're probably near my age, right, Atomic Ray? Are we about the same age? Global soccer scores have risen. Is that because of steroids? What's that got to do with what we're talking about? You're talking about causation versus correlation. I mean, we can do this all day, but in reality, I'm in a house that has a backup generator. It's on a creek, and I'm eventually going to be installing solar on it. What are you doing? If you're wrong, what are you doing? What are you doing to mitigate any of that? I'm still trying to figure out how you have the temperature of every square inch of Earth. I'm talking about global average temperature. God, you're an idiot. You won't even look at a global average temperature chart, will you? Do you know what Oh my God. You might as well be a flat earther because you're at such a level of denial. Only my friend Cyber Reload knows how to deal with people like you. And I wish he was here right now because he would know what to say to you right now. At this moment in our conversation, I would go, Cyber, please take over for me. Because at this, oh, you want me to pull up a global average temperature chart? Where would you like me to source it out for you? Is Google okay? Can I just put that into Google and say, give me some global average temperature charts from different sources? Is that okay with you? Can I do it on the Google? I know there's a little bit of... No, a chart of your mitigation. What? A chart? It's really basic. You don't need a chart. You need water, you need shelter, you need food, you need security. You need a chart for that? Dude, I live in fucking Florida, right in the middle of fucking climate change central. Trust me, bro. People are fucking out there suffering in this heat. No, I'm not. You don't need a chart. I was offering for you to research this on your own, man. You can go look this up on your own. Just go research global average temperature and tell me what you think about the last, 40, 50 years on the chart. What do you see when you look at that chart? Florida's cooler now. Will be during an Dude, Florida's cooler? Okay, Florida's cooler now. Okay. I'm here, so you're a fucking liar. You know? When I go outside in the middle of the day to walk my dog, nobody's outside walking their fucking dog. You know, I have to get him in quick because his feet start burning him. Never had that problem here before, man. As long as I've lived here in this neighborhood, never had a problem with the street being so hot that my dog's feet were literally burning. He runs for the shadows of the trees. I can tell when his feet are hurting him. How long have I lived here? Well, I lived here almost my whole life. I was gone for the last 13 years, and I came back a year and a half, two years ago, something like that. A year and a half ago. And for 13 years I was in California, but that only proved climate change even more to me. With the pine beetles. We were literally just talking about it. Didn't even mean to, but we were mentioning the trees were riddled with pine beetles. Trees that were, 200 years old. That all of a sudden the pine beetles can attack them. Why is that? Huh. It's weird. They used to just freeze every winter. Now the winters aren't cold enough to freeze the pine beetles. Why is that? Well, check global average temperature. Oh, but it's localized. It's localized. Okay, well, I went all the way from California to Florida, and I'm seeing it on both sides of the fucking country. That doesn't sound localized to me. That sounds like 3,100 miles apart, motherfucker. How local is that? From one side of the country to the other. Increased moisture due to evaporation from the oceans, from increased heat. That's why it froze in the orange groves last year. You're going to have increased water events, increased freezing events, increased snow events with global warming. But if you fucking took time to understand it, if you took a little bit of time to research it, you'd know all this shit. And it's a good thing I'm here to fucking tell you, because you obviously don't know this stupid shit. Did I just explain it to you enough that you get it? You're like, oh, that's why the orange groves froze. Increased moisture from the fucking heat that increased the moisture in the atmosphere during the hot times, make the cold times colder. Wow, it's crazy. It's almost like science. No. Now, what you just said is maybe put the pine trees where the orange trees are. You know, stuff like that. Those are great. Those are great solutions. You'd be surprised. So, stuff like that. We could come up with ideas to try to mitigate what's going on out there. That'd be great, man. You know, if you have to relocate where crops are growing, you have to relocate where people live. Whatever. You do what you got to do, man. You got to pipe water from Florida over to California and New Mexico and Arizona where they're running out of water. You fucking, you know, whatever you got to do to keep everybody alive, I guess. I don't know, man. It's a great, you make a great suggestion there. Heat isn't your only evaporation event. Ever hear of friction? Take that time to know evaporation happens when you blow over a wet surface. What, dude? But you are mad at me, so why change? No, I'm not mad at you. You're an idiot and I feel sorry for you. No, I'm trying to help you. I don't want you to be an idiot anymore. I want you to listen to me and stop being an idiot. No, they pipe water to California from Nevada. You mean they pipe from California to Nevada? I think you get that backwards. But it's sad is that I get involved in a conversation like this with somebody. Nobody else has anything to say in the chat. Not a single peep out of anybody in the chat right now. Oh, Lake Mead is in Nevada and is the supplier of water to LA. Okay, I'll buy that. Whatever. What's that got to do with what we're talking about? I said we should take water from Florida and send it to states that need water. And then you start talking about they send water to LA from Nevada. Okay. Chat is just bots. I know, right? It's me and Atomic Ray. No one else wants to say anything in any of my chats, right? I just want to make sure.
Running.
Oh, there's Steve Running.
And he meant nay.
Well, thank you, Steven Running. There's Steven Running. Yeah, why move in on Nevada's gig? Well, you're just being stupid now. You want to learn something or you want to just talk shit? Atomic Ray, how old are you? I have a feeling you and I are around the same age. Hey, Randy's over there.
Cannabis. Here.
Randy's there. Steve Running is there. Dave Fishing might be here.
Dave Fishing. Yes.
It's like I can see you. Not telling is here. Nevada gets a lot of money from the water departments in California. Still not, that doesn't address climate, bro. I don't know why you're talking about that. It's like your brain. Tell me, Atomic Ray, tell me how old you are. I don't know why this is such a tough question for you. You just, you know, if you're in your 30s, your 20s, your 50s, you could just say that. I'm just kind of curious. I'm in my 50s. Are you in your 50s too, Atomic Ray? It's not a gotcha question.
Hoot in hell. Did you skip school today?
You're 56, yeah, so we're about the same age. I had a feeling. Have I heard about the drought problems before the Civil War? Have you heard of the Dust Bowl, bro? What's your point, man? You say things, but you don't make a point. Are you trying to disprove that the Earth is warming up and heating up, and you won't look at a global average temperature chart? And I'm telling you to get it from any source you want, man. Get me a global average temperature chart from a fucking climate change denier. Show me a legitimate global average temperature taken from around the planet over the course of, 50 years or whatever, 100 years. Show me any chart like that. Why does the conversation end at that point? You got to ask yourself, why would he say the conversation ends at this point? And then I start talking about
Steven running.
Nevada, California
Strong
water.
argument.
Isn't that weird? It's like you hit a dead end and you go right at wall. You hit the wall, boom, right turn. Nothing but right-wing talking points and bullshit. It's not helping anybody. You need to worry about yourself. That's all you need to worry about. Yourself, Atomic Ray. Not what you think everyone is saying about climate, but you. And if you're fine and you're all set up and you're living off grid, you got water, you've got electrical that you supply yourself, you could grow your own food, maybe you've got livestock or chickens, then you're good. You got nothing to worry about, whether you're right or wrong, right? But if you're wrong and you don't have all those things and you're not working towards that, what are you going to do? What's your plan if you're wrong? Have you ever been wrong in your life? I have a feeling the way you're saying this argument with me, I have a feeling you've been wrong about things before. I know I have. And I know you have. So what if you're wrong about this one thing? Is it worth taking precautions, getting into a home that's got solar, that's got its own water supply, that's a place where you can grow your own vegetables and supply your own food, grow chickens? I think chickens are the best thing. You get eggs every fucking day. Chickens, man. That's the way to go. You're 64, grew up right on the Mississippi in northern Iowa. It freezes every year enough to see dumbasses walk across it. 100 years and plus they would cut ice for the ice houses. So they did nothing back then. It was the Dust Bowl that brought on Lake Mead. What I'm asking you is, what other options did presidents have before creating Lake Mead? I don't know what that's got to do with what we're talking about. Not a wall. Your charts are missing testing types, locations, and look. Dude, no, they're not, man. It's showing you the global average. So they're taking all of that information. All that information is available. And the locations and the temperatures and the testing types, it's all in there, man. And if you want to get into it, we could pull up a study.
Stream is super HD.
And it means if you're having a hard time believing scientists who literally get paid to try to produce the most accurate study possible, you want to question their work and whatever and get into it, we can absolutely dive right into it. There's plenty of people who get paid by companies like ExxonMobil, BP and companies that have everything to gain by lying to you about climate change and the planet warming up. So we could grab one of their studies, or we could grab a legitimate study from an unbiased source, which is what I prefer to do. Local events. Charts for laymen are made to be biased to influence and not inform them. Bro, I'm just saying, man. You pick your source for the charting, man. Yes, I've been wrong. Not saying I'm wrong or right, just asking you for your personal charts. I want goats. Goats are great. Goats are great. If you like goat's milk, you have to figure, you're going to have to feed those goats. Chickens are a lot easier to feed. And, you're going to have to slaughter a goat. You want to slaughter animals. With chickens, you can just eat eggs. Occasionally, you can have a chicken dinner. Winter. Exxon wasn't around during the Dust Bowl. Yeah, you're not making any valid points right now. Atomic Ray, that's not a valid point. Just stop talking about, You know, I think you need to not worry about the
Even
planet
hell.
100 years
Goats
ago.
are work. Chickens are self-sustained.
200 years ago, and I'm going to tell you why, Atomic Ray. Was Elon Musk launching rockets into the atmosphere like every fucking week back then? Was NASA launching rockets? You know, were people zipping around on fucking on Learjets? And were we producing the amount of livestock back then that we require today for a much larger population? These are simple questions, Ray. Come on, buddy. Answer those questions for me. Yes, the summer is easier to feed livestock. That doesn't make sense. The winter around here doesn't leave much for livestock. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's easier to feed livestock when you can get the stuff to feed livestock, but chickens are easy, bro. Could be it was meteors from space that caused the Dust Bowl. Bro, you're still talking about the Dust Bowl. Answer my questions. Drop this whole thing in the past. You need to worry about now. Dude, in the Dust Bowl years, is that when you needed to build your house and get your solar and your gardens and your water supply? No. Why are you worried about this? You're so right-wing talking point, Atomic Ray. You're so red-pilled, bro. You're so lied to and indoctrinated with bullshit. And you look at me and you see the exact same thing. There's a problem. Only one of us can be right here. Only one of us can be right here. There's no leeway here. It's either you or me, buddy. I'm not a pill popper. No, I think you are. I think you've taken the red pill, bro. I think you've been red pilled. You say a lot of right-wing talking points. This is all the red pillars. All they can do is regurgitate right-wing talking points. It's red pill. Get it? Red. The Great Dust Bowl was caused by massive deforestation on the western continent in a pattern that sped up winds going from north to south. Wolfie 419. And farmers plowing in the same direction. These two elements caused the massive dust storms and forest fires. Wolfie 419. No, both can be right. We right and have wrong, but there is a thing called justice. That doesn't... What's justice? What? Reds don't speak like I do. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ray, but you're not making any sense. We cannot both be right and wrong. I'm telling you, global average temperature is rising and that you should take precautions. You're saying that I'm Chicken Little, saying that the sky is falling. We cannot both be right. And of course, someone who's going to be wrong is going to say, oh, well, you could be agree to disagree, or you could be right, we could both be right, we could both be wrong, blah, 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 whatever. No, the guy who's right is going to say, no, you're wrong and I'm right. There's no leeway here, bro. There's no wiggle room. And I'm just going to Google it, you know. I'm just going to... Dolphins! Yeah, trust the science, like with COVID, exactly, as you should. You should. Does the vaccine make it safer for you when you catch COVID? Yes, it does. So what science don't you trust around COVID, Dolphins 88? You want to go to a hospital and talk to doctors that have patients that come in with COVID that have been vaccinated, and the ones that come in with COVID who haven't been vaccinated, and know who has the higher death rate? It's the ones who weren't vaccinated. Yeah. Science. You can deny those numbers all you want. You can claim that they're from poor sources and whatever all you want. You know, that with that argument, there's really nothing else I could say to you except sorry to not be able to convince you of the truth. You know, I never called you Chicken Little. I'm taking your comments, and Chicken Little's around. I'm not saying you're calling me a name. I'm saying, bro, come on, Ray. I wasn't using that in a disparaging, you know, Chicken Little saying the sky's falling. Not charts. There are charts for elections too. How did that work out? Dude, charts, polls, those people can lie in a poll. Temperatures don't lie, bro. You know, if someone says I'm going to vote for Biden when they're really going to vote for Trump, who's going to stop them? Right? And when you have scientists with peer-reviewed studies, the other scientists go and they check their work and make sure that it's all good. And that's what we can go look up right now. Peer-reviewed global average temperature chart. That's what we can put into Google. We can find that. He is 99.9%.
Justin Jefferson.
Thank you, Randy.
FK Trump
Please
and
stop
Biden.
poking the neighbor. Stop poking the neighbor. Fuck Trump and Biden. Otherwise, we just sit here. In Canada, after 1930s, we came out with a law that prevented deforestation on the north to south ends of your fields, but there's no restrictions now. Always goes east to west, so now we're...
Seymour cannabis.
There are plenty of scientists that
It's
say...
a great debate. We know Nay will win this debate.
There is no proof of... It's not a debate. There are plenty of scientists that say there is no proof of climate change.
Robert the Connoisseur.
They've been telling this for years.
Cheers.
No proof of climate. There's plenty of scientists. Yeah, there's plenty of scientists that say that. There's also plenty of scientists out there who claim that the COVID vaccine causes COVID. You know, and there's plenty of scientists out there who say that masks don't work. And there's plenty of scientists out there who say you'll get myocarditis from a fucking vaccine, which is bullshit too. And there's plenty of scientists and doctors out there who claim that, you know, ivermectin prevents COVID and all kinds of bullshit. I mean, you know, just because, you know, you've got scientists that says this, I've got scientists that say that, that don't mean dick until you pull up a peer-reviewed study, which none of your bullshit is, and all of mine is. And that's the difference between your sources and my sources. Wolfie, seeing new wind patterns, stronger winds, and hellfire forest fires like never before. Happy Todd. We're also seeing hurricanes.
Justin Jefferson.
Cat 5's
I know I
hurricanes
got a
in
flu shot
every
like
single
8 years
zone for the
ago,
first
and I
time
got
ever
the
in our
flu.
history. Which, that if that doesn't tell you something, that is heating up. Okay, happy top of the hour, not telling. Oh, temperatures don't lie. Have you tried taking the temperature in many places on your body? That's because your body's different temperatures. Dude. And I disagree. More people with the vaccine got COVID than those that were not vaccinated. They have admitted to all the lies about COVID. More people got COVID, but more people died that weren't vaccinated. Yes, more people got COVID that were vaccinated because they all ran around like a bunch of fucking idiots. Didn't wear masks and didn't social distance. Dolphins 88, that doesn't prove dick. It just proves that people are idiots. Whether they get vaxxed or not, they're still fucking idiots. That's all that proves. It doesn't prove a goddamn thing. But the proof also says, right? I'm gonna give you your stupid little fucking study, which is true. My study that says that people that aren't vaccinated have a higher rate of death than the people who are when they get COVID. Boom. You want to deny that study? Since I'm gonna allow your study, yeah, now listen to my fucking study. Peer-reviewed. Not just sitting here, the solution to many of these issues are in front of our face. They lied about the death numbers. Dr. Fauci has lied since day one. I agree with you. Dr. Fauci's a big fat fucking liar, and no one should trust his old ass ever. He's a piece of fucking human garbage. That still doesn't mean that masks don't work. Okay? Just because Fauci fucked up around masks and all the little chicken littles out there got all fucked up over it and didn't know, oh, well, he says they work. He says they don't work. Yeah, they don't work. Well, that's how you fucking whatever the fuck. You know, the science says masks work. Peer-reviewed. You know, we're talking peer-reviewed studies here, guys. Every single thing I'm going to throw in your face is a peer-reviewed study. And I've got it to back it up, everything that I say. Dr. Fraudshi has lied since day one. I like that. Fraudshi. He's a fucking fraud. He's a fucking puppy torturer too, Dolphins. If there's continental drift, there's earthquakes, forest fires, hurricanes. It's more than natural climate shifting like normal. Right, Wolfie 419, Dolphins. I already sent them a ton of PubMed studies on ivermectin. They have lied since day one. Ivermectin doesn't do dick for fucking COVID. They have lied since day one. There was literally a COVID challenge. Lick a toilet
Justin
bowl.
Jefferson.
Stupid is stupid. Wolfie.
It depends, honestly. I'm unsure if you all know how a vaccine works. Vaccines work by giving your body small bits of the virus or whatever the vaccine is for, and it is supposed to build up your immune system.
True.
So it can go both ways. You can build an immunity to what they're infected you with. Or it could spread in your body.
No, it doesn't spread in your body and make you sick, Justin.
Just
People
drink
don't
bleach,
get
it goes
vaccinated
away.
and then all of a sudden get fucking COVID, dude. And this is when someone like you is trying to say something and make sense, and then you start not making sense anymore, I'm going to call you out on your bullshit. You were making sense at first, but then when you started saying that, yeah, you'll get COVID from the vax, no,
Jefferson.
you're going to have to produce a study that
Because
shows
you
that.
have a very, very low immune system.
Dude, it's just so funny. They have this thing called long COVID, and people can get that from the vax, and it's different. It's not fucking COVID. It's just you get some fucking weird long-term symptoms. And it's rare. It's not that fucking common. I'm vax injured, dude. I fucking got an injury from the fucking vax. There's a lot of us out there. You know, I'm not in denial about the goddamn lack of science behind these new vaccines that they've come up with in such a fucking at warp speed. You know what president was in charge of that one. But you're going to forget that real quick. That's okay. I don't care. I just got to throw it in your face every once in a while. Slap that goddamn fucking truth in your fucking mouth every once in a while. There was literally COVID. Okay, the CDC now says masks don't work. No. The CDC now does not say that masks don't work. They don't say that. I'm going to challenge you on that. Show it to me. Masks don't work. Show me that, Dolphins88. Me and you, we'll go at this round and round because masks do work. Science proves it. I've got the peer-reviewed study from Cambridge that proves that masks slow down pandemics.
It is rare.
Not a silver bullet, but you'd be better off doing it than not doing it. Just like I cut down my neighbor's trees. Better off cutting down those trees than not doing it. It's called a preventative measure. You know, and preventive measures fucking help. Wearing a bulletproof vest is going to stop you from getting one between the eyes, but you're still going to put on a fucking bulletproof vest if you're a cop and you're going out, you know? Because you might get shot and somebody might shoot you in the heart. Hey, guess what? Saved your life. Not a silver bullet, but... You know, you're going to wear your bulletproof vest. That's what masks are. They're a bulletproof vest. But, it's not a 100% guaranteed thing. You know? I mean, you mitigate the numbers. You take them down. This is fantastic. I got to tell you guys, I love that you guys are engaging me like this. My audience generally doesn't do this. I'm so glad you guys, I can't even keep up with the fucking chat. So thank you for that. Okay, so Dolphins, whatever. Atomic Ray, you mean first time for satellite recording of weather? We didn't send airplanes into Cat 5 storms in the 70s, not until we found a plane that could fly into 100 mile per hour winds.
Nothing is a 100% thing ever.
My parents actually know one guy who slipped while working and fell off a bridge while painting and COVID death. Yeah, Atomic Ray, what you said is bullshit. They could tell how fast fucking hurricanes are. You didn't have to fly a fucking... They could tell how big these motherfuckers were and how fast the speeds were, and they didn't need a fucking satellite to do it. And the fact that they're saying that we've never had a Category 5 in every fucking zone, every hurricane zone in 1 year ever, you're trying to come up with some kind of an argument to that with some shit that you don't even fucking know. You have no idea what you fucking just said, and that's how fucking ignorant people like you are. You'll just argue dumb fucking points and come up with your own bullshit to try to satisfy your dumbass narrative. You're not even making sense, Ray. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Bonsai House.
What you just said doesn't even make sense.
Or you could literally just Google, how do vaccines work? The dispensary guy is not an effective learning source.
Hey, Billy, nothing is 100% guaranteed when it comes to medical. Hey, Robert, Justin, Jefferson, Stephen, okay. My parents, okay, you want to say, okay. My parents actually know one guy who slipped while working and fell off a bridge while painting. And COVID death. They were reporting deaths from cancer deaths and car accidents if they tested positive, but the tests were spun enough to pick up a cold from 2 weeks prior. Yeah, okay, well, people were manipulating the death counts. Okay, whatever. So no one actually really died from COVID.
Cannabis.
Right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Ray just shot himself in the foot with that comment.
Ray just shot himself in the foot with that comment. Viral change is real. Yes. Okay. When you're vaccinated, they put de-shelled versions of this cold and flu in the shots. You get some arm pains and sweats, but you don't contract COVID. Lol. That's the current science. Dolphins 88. Okay. I followed. Is that change too? The CDC doubled down on double masking, but they always stated they worked.
Bonsai
The
House.
CDC who also said
Sorry,
t-shirts
I
can
always
stop a
dip out
blood
so
droplet
quickly.
that's safer than
Guess
a
it's
mask.
my thing. Poof, I'm gone.
Sorry, I always dip out so quickly. Guess it's my thing. Poof, I'm gone. The masks don't stop smoke, which they just proved, and virus particles are smaller. Masks are bullshit. You don't have to comply. Nobody. I won't comply. You think you sound so tough when you say that shit? You sound like a dumbass. It's like somebody saying that they're not going to comply with a seatbelt. Oh, I won't comply, and then you fucking go headfirst through the goddamn windshield. You're an idiot. You won't comply. Anybody that says I won't comply about things that are trying to save your life.
HT, I went poof. Srevi.
Last night I went poof. Sorry. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, that's okay, bro. That's okay. Don't worry about it. There's no fucking attendance requirement on the live streams ever, bro. People have lives. Even Billy. Okay, come on, chat. This garden deserves a thumbs up. Atomic Ray, you're too kind to me. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. First time listen, Wolfie419. This show, iBoss. Wolfie419, thank you, I think. Okay. The charts of hurricanes, how many did they miss in the 60s and people were left in their shoreline homes? No warning, no. Do you believe we have satellites? Ray, like I said, you're arguing something you know nothing about. Nobody knew it was Cat 5 until it came on shore. Yeah, but we're talking about every hurricane zone, bro. We're not just talking about there was a Category 5 that happened. Do you know how many hurricane zones there are total?
Nick Matt. Nay, see you and Jay later. Cheers.
Later, Nick. Okay, Google. How many hurricane zones are in the world?
I found these results.
Okay, Google. Total hurricane zones worldwide.
Here are some results.
I swear Google has gotten dumber, dude. It used to be you could ask it almost anything and it would come up almost instantly with the answer. I'll be right back.
Justin Jefferson. Balls. Justin Jefferson. Let's keep the party going for all of you who play through the speaker. Where ya from? I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Dude, I can't find hurricane zones. I have no idea. But the Weather Service reported that this is the first year that all hurricane zones produced a Category 5. at this, in the same year. I don't know how many zones that is. So if somebody can figure that out, let me know. Was Cat 5 till I came on shore? Is. You mean both of us know nothing about it? I'll accept that. Exactly, bro. We're not experts. Exactly. CNN confronted former top COVID doctor Anthony Fauci with an article published in the New York Times citing a major study that showed masks don't work to stop the spread of airborne virus like COVID. Right. And, Fauci was like, that's a bullshit study. And he's right. It was a bullshit study. It's a major study, Produce the study. Produce the study. Still scientific speculation currently. They're predicting that Florida's hurricane may develop into the first time in all feared Cat 6. That's what I said. But it's dying down. It went to a Cat 5 and then it died back
Justin
down.
Jefferson.
So we'll just have to see.
7 zones nay.
7 hurricane zones? Dude, we've had 7 Category 5s this year? That's fucking crazy, dude. I figured it was going to be like 3 or 4, man. There's 7 fucking hurricane zones. All of them have produced a Category 5 for the first time ever. So like I said, Ray, try to find it in history when that's ever happened before. I don't think you're going to find it. And I think next year, or maybe there might be a little pause or whatever, but in the near future, we're going to have it even worse, man. We're going to get multiple Cat 5s,
Justin
and
Jefferson.
one of them's going to turn into a Cat 6.
There are 4 in the United States alone.
Wow, dude. They're predicting that Florida's hurricane may develop in... Okay, there's still scientific speculation currently. Where's your sign? What sign? Dolphins 88. What sign are you talking about? Where's your sign? Dolphins. Here's an answer to why Google is dumb. They integrated ChatGPT into its search features, so it has to relearn everything from zero. Wolfie, it's back to why are fire trucks red, essentially. God, I knew it had something to do with AI.
You live in one of them.
I'm like, why does
will
Google
miss you.
suck so bad now? Oh, here's a bunch of websites that might answer your question. Google used to know where the answer was in those websites, and you would just print the answer from the website, man. You'd put the source at the bottom. It was awesome, dude. Now you suck. You suck so bad. God, AI has
Bonsai
ruined
House.
everything, man.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has increased its 2023 Atlantic hurricane season from near normal to above normal.
Above normal.
Bonsai House.
Huh.
NOAA forecasters now call for 14 to 21 named storms. Of those, it predicts that 6 to 11 could become hurricanes, of which 2 to 5 could become major hurricanes. Og 16, 2023.
At worst, and if it's trade winds to pick up speed, pick up speed, the hurricanes developing in Atlantic will not make American landfall. El Nino is the new steering mechanics of Northern Hemisphere hurricanes and typhoons. Okay, Ray. That data is just a decade old. I'll stick with the Spaniards on this climate stuff. They don't work, says Dolphins. Yes, El Nino, La Nina cycles are driving the world's backwards wind shifts.
303-497-6155. Susan Braden, NOAA specialist in D.C.
You can just call her up, huh? Yes, El Nino wind shifts lately. The forest fires and volcanoes are displacing lots of air around. El Nino also produces more hurricanes. That has American landfall forming in the Caribbean. Have you read Moby Dick? Ivermectin does, and we have used as a shot when you leave. You're an idiot, Dolphins 88. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you an idiot. I want to be nice to you, but God, that's fucking... You're saying such dumb shit. When you leave the country, ivermectin does work a hell of a lot better than the vaccine or the mask. Oh my God, Dolphins.
Justin Jefferson. You can write the number down.
Oh my God,
She
you
will
guys,
come on your
you'll
podcast.
believe the dumbest shit. You'll believe the dumbest shit. Did you know the world's oceans warmed up by... And now, Dolphins 88, you're a fucking liar. Now you're in here lying for your fucking narrative. You're psychotic. All of you ivermectin idiots. It's psychotic. You know, if you got fucking malaria, great, man. Use some fucking ivermectin, man. You got fucking heartworms for your dog, great. Use some fucking ivermectin. But COVID, get a goddamn vaccine, man. I mean, it's like you're trying to fucking wash your car with sandpaper, man. You know, I don't know. I don't understand some of you. Did you know the world's oceans warmed up by +2 Celsius this year? It goes up 2 more degrees. The world's oceans will become acidic and will make the planet inhospitable. Wolfie 419. I'm pretty in tune with what's going on with the coral bleaching. Your sign not to tell at your
Justin
listeners.
Jefferson. You know what fixes stupidity? Lead.
Lead. What? Be nice to your audience? How can you not see this? This one says no more yelling, save your voice. How do you not see these signs? You don't see the signs and they're right in front of you, Dolphins. I'm confused. Do you believe Noah's flood was a Cat 6 typhoon that hit Bangladesh? No. I don't believe the flood story. I don't believe that all mankind came from fucking 5 people. It just doesn't seem, I don't know, man. All mankind? 5 people? Really? Really? I mean, how many generations back would Noah have been? It wasn't that long ago, right? So, how the fuck did we all get so different from each other if we've all got the same goddamn family?
Stephen Running. Donate plasma.
Plasma. Okay, Trump. Your sign, okay. Do you
Justin
believe the
Jefferson.
Okay, I believe it.
If that was the
Again,
truth, you
Wolfie
would be hanging
419.
your sister daily. Think about that one.
When were those temps taken and the other data that comes with the
Bonsai
testing
house.
and not with the charts?
I have no
Wolfie?
signs. Well, okay too. They
Some
both say
studies
beware
were
of dog.
taken in Antarctica, but I'll dig some up. But however, when I'm going to turn on the reader, guys, I can't keep up with y'all.
All hurricane zones. I believe it. Atomic ray. Again, at Wolfie 419, where were those temps taken and the other data that comes with the testing and not with the charts? Wolfie 419. Some studies were taken in Antarctica, but I'll dig some up RN. Wolfie 419. But however, when the oceans are warming, the North Pole is also gaining landmass asterisk. Dolphins _88. You can choose to be ignorant. It's easier to be fooled than told you were lied to.
No. Go look it up and see how many people that relied on ivermectin that ended up dying of COVID. You should go look that up. Go look up COVIDiots. Okay? And go see how many people that had huge social media followings. Okay? Thousands of people watching them. And they said they were only going to take ivermectin and they were only going to do this and that and whatever. And they ended up getting COVID and dying from it. Well, if ivermectin works so good, why have so many of those people, and those are podcasters, and those are people with huge followings on social media. Think of all the people who've died from it that no one even knows, man. All the idiots that listen to them that don't have a social media account. Think of all those morons that died from COVID that were relying on ivermectin. So, you could tell me that I'm choosing to be ignorant, and I'll get a goddamn vaccine over fucking trusting a medication that's nowhere near designed to deal with fucking COVID any day. I'll take a fucking vaccine over that fucking shit any day. I'll take the proven science over what's proven not to work. But how many studies do you have to fucking see that tell you that shit's bullshit? Oh, but it's got a goddamn, it's got the Pulitzer Prize, it's got this, it's got that. That makes it so good because, it's got it's won an award and over 1 billion people have taken a dosage of it for malaria. Not for COVID, for malaria. That shit got the goddamn, the Pulitzer Prize or whatever the fuck it got. Not Pulitzer, but whatever it got. For the goddamn, for fucking treating people that had malaria, man. Not for treating people that had COVID. It's not even relatable. You guys think the disease is the same? I left the U.S. after seeing no plane hit the Pentagon. So glad I did. Okay. They're Mr. Conspiracy Nut. Poochie Roberts. Okay, they're Poochie Roberts. Antarctica is now an ocean. When did that happen? Let's go back with this.
Antarctica is now an ocean. When did that happen? Wolfie 419. When I last remembered Antarctica is a continental landmass.
Justin Jefferson.
Dolphins _88.
Nay, we should do a Thursday HT show on CU events. I'm starting my own podcast.
Oh, cool, Justin. I look forward to
Well,
seeing it,
you are
buddy.
still brainwashed and climate change is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm out if you are still sleeping.
Bye, Dolphins.
Wolfie 419.
Bye-bye. You're a
Still
fucking
in.
flat earther, man.
Atomic ray.
Whatever.
It is called genetic modification. The flood is coincidentally found around the same time our DNA made its
I won't
X or Y
believe
shape.
your lie. I won't
before the
subscribe to your narrative. Oh, I'm so butthurt because I won't subscribe to your narrative. Oh.
Made in our DNA, a helix shape was formed sometime. Atomic ray. Around 20 kBc. Wolfie 419. Notice most of the COVID deaths were elderly and YouTube streamers? One's a political tool. Wolfie 419. The other was facts.
Right.
Poochie Herberts. Well, my first time here. What a dumb fuck you are. Keep taking the jab, bitch.
I will.
Atomic ray.
I will as soon as they come out with a good one.
Come on,
I will.
chat. We can get more.
I've been
in
waiting.
here. Rumble works on that.
Wait a
one
little
button.
while. But
Hit
I'll
that
get it
and
again.
Nay moves up in his category. What categories are you listing under in Rumble, Nay? Dolphins _88. I have taken ivermectin unvaxxed and can say I didn't get COVID ever.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Atomic ray.
Guess what?
Climate change is happening.
No one knows who you are. You're just some anonymous person on the internet. And I've got a podcast. I've got all kinds of uploads that I've done. Hours and hours and hours of show. I've never taken ivermectin, and I've never caught COVID. So that proves nothing what you just said. Like, what is that, science? You take ivermectin and you never got COVID, so it must mean it's the ivermectin. Yeah, well, I wear pink shoes and I never got COVID. You know, it must be the pink shoes that I wear. That's your fucking reasoning. And you have no evidence to back up what you're saying. Pink shoes, however, probably has more evidence than ivermectin does. Stopping COVID.
Do believe because it has been changing for a long time already. Subscribe. Zero slap.
Hit that, and Nay moves up in his category. What categories are you listing under in Rumble, Nay? Streaming now. News, just chatting.
Justin Jefferson. COVID wasn't that bad. for
News
me.
and just chatting.
I've had it a few times. Believe I have it now actually.
You think you've got COVID right now, bro? Be careful. Stay away from people. It's so funny how people get all so butthurt over me getting vaxxed. That has nothing to do with you. Doesn't affect you at all. And I say I get a vaccine and you have a problem with it. That says something about you. You know? How many vaccines were administered? How many COVID vaccines were administered total? Does someone have that number? I got 2 of them. I got 2 Moderna. Wasn't a problem for me. Ivermectin's for horses and dogs and people.
Justin Jefferson.
Ivermectin's for people
I'm laying in my bed, bro.
who don't want to
I
get
respect folks enough to not make them sick.
malaria. You know, it's for people that don't want to get malaria, or it's for people who have malaria. I mean, it's got a use, and that's why it got that it got an award for, and it helped like 1 billion people, and that's great. But you know, go watch the COVIDiots who have all taken ivermectin and died from COVID, and you'll realize that you're just, you know, spinning the dice, waiting for it to come, you know, and that ivermectin's not going to do anything for you. Ray believes climate change is happening. Yeah, of course it is, man. You're getting so mad, but you really have evidence that still says we have change. I'm getting so mad. Okay, I don't feel like I'm very mad right now, but okay. Bottom of the hour, not telling. I don't know about news category, but just chatting and podcast seems to have viewers, just a guess. podcasts. Okay. I don't know where to pick that. I'll have to look. Probably have to edit the show to change the thing it's in. I'll look for that. I got the first 2 vaccines. I got vaccinated. I got vax injured too, man. For 2 weeks, man, I had a sore arm and it sucked. It was really sore. It wasn't like just like you got a flu shot and it's sore for a couple days. This was 2 weeks of just, if I just touched it or bumped against something or whatever, I was like, ow, fuck. It was painful. Yeah, so I was vax injured, man. So understand that. I know it's not perfect. It's not a perfect science. Hey, your fucking guy took it at warp speed. Okay? Warp fucking speed. You know, you want to blame someone for rushing it? Fucking warp speeded that shit. Don't be in denial about fucking facts and history, guys. Yeah, I wish they'd taken more time. You know, maybe there'd be less vax injured. Maybe there'd be less, long COVID cases. Maybe people like Jimmy Dore wouldn't be telling their audiences of, 1.3 million or whatever he's got now that, they shouldn't get vaxxed and they should all go out and not wear masks because masks are just the government trying to control you.
Frosted Flakes, they're more than good.
Fresh cucumbers, I appreciate your message and I completely agree. Frosted Flakes are more than good. USA has more than 1 billion fucking...
Justin Jefferson.
12.7 billion?
I'm not vaxxed, but I don't look down on folks who are.
12.7 billion shots given around the world, guys. 12.7 billion vaccines administered. Show me the pile of bodies from that. What would the percentage be? How about people taking... You want to talk about goddamn being a guinea pig? There's 12.7 shots administered to human beings, man. How's that for a goddamn science experiment? So how about people taking ivermectin that have helped with a number of issues, as I sent before, the great results with cancer? I sent like 5 studies found on PubMed. Correlation doesn't mean causation. You like I said, and they all could have been wearing pink shoes too, Dolphins. It doesn't prove anything. Even if it is a peer-reviewed study, it doesn't mean anything whenever you look at it and they say, this could mean, supposedly, we assume in the study. And it's peer-reviewed and they're like, yeah, well, they're just assuming and they're saying it could be. And if you've got some PubMed shit that says that people that took ivermectin benefited when they had cancer or it made their cancer go away or whatever, great, man. Cancer ain't fucking COVID, man. Good for ivermectin. It still ain't fucking COVID, man. Well, look, it does everything. It's like miracle glue. It's like super glue. You can use it on everything. Phil Swift here with our brand new Flex-Seal Super Glue. That's right, everybody. Flex-Seal Super. You can put it on anything and stick it together. Yeah, works with cancer. Great. I'm glad ivermectin helps with cancer. I'm glad they figured something out. Great. No study says it does anything for COVID.
Had a very, very, very bad immune system. The virus spread instead of the immune system killing it off and building immunity. If I take a vaccine, I usually get the virus that it was supposed to prevent due to the fact that my immune system is.
Well, some people are instructed because you're compromised. And some people are not supposed to take the vaccine, bro. And I understand there are cases, there's people, but you're supposed to know these things about yourself, and your doctor is too, and you're supposed to, take the proper medical advice. I mean, just understand, you're not everybody, bro. Not everybody has that problem. I didn't have that problem. Got the polio vaccine. They stopped giving polio vaccine in 1968. I think I got the polio vax. There it is, guys. The old school vaccination shot. Both wow. Oh, with just any reason to show off his tricep. But I won't rule out the vaccine for everyone. It's not for everybody medically, but it'll help the masses at large. Yes, Wolfie, and I agree. I agree with you. And I wouldn't want to mandate it on anybody. But I won't want to sit here and lie and tell people that it hasn't been given to 12 billion people and, most of those people are doing just fine today. And if they get COVID, they do pretty well with it and they survive, which is great. And that's the point. What about all the people dropping dead in their 20s? Hey, guess what? Guess what, Dolphins? People have always dropped dead in their 20s. It happens. It happens a lot. Go look. Go look it up in history.
Jefferson.
There's not an increase in deaths because of
At
it.
the time when COVID was at large, the doctors were telling us the risk of getting COVID from the vaccine was a lower risk than us with low immune catching it on the street.
And anybody who's dropped dead in their 20s, be very interesting to see if they had the virus at some point. And that might have contributed to their eventual demise. Just charts, PubMed. So a peer review study with COVID is okay, but no other study makes it make sense. You didn't produce a study about ivermectin and COVID. Except all the doctors that had their licenses suspended. Not my fucking problem. A lot of those doctors are anti-fucking science morons like the Surgeon General from fucking Florida, Dr. Lobotomy. But you're probably a fan of his. So I don't want to get in your way of you and your buddy there. Pretty much at Dolphins, that is a constant in human nature. That had their licenses suspended. Don't be stupid. How come there is no treatment until you are in
COVID
bad
will go
shape?
away eventually, just like
How about
Ebola.
RFK and all his... Huh? How come there's no treatment until you're in a bad shape? The vax, it might not prevent you from getting COVID. It prevents you from dying. How's that for a preventative, Dolphins? I hated the polio vaccine. The new one is like a pink drink that tastes like shit. Wolfie, only ones dropping dead in their 20s from COVID were suffering from lung failures in the first place from vaping culture. Then they contracted COVID and died on the breather. It's not COVID. We're back to stupid is stupid and people overindulge. Whatever. You believe what you want. You do you, I do me. And, if you get upset over me doing me, well, then the problem's with you. And that goes with LGBTQ. That goes with abortion rights. That goes with kids in school getting educated. It goes with all of it. If it doesn't affect you, why the fuck are you worried about it? Because someone told you to be worried about it. Let me give you an example. These laws being passed that say, anti-mandate! Oh, we're not going to let this state pass a mandate! That's great. I agree. But here's the thing. None of the states are passing fucking mandates. Yee! Yee. Yee. Where's my goddams, dude? Oh, Discord. Yee! Okay. I was just about to dab too, bro. I got my dab on. I got some mustard gas ready to go. Bro, we cannot hear you. And I don't know if it's me or you. I don't think I'm mute. Oh, there you are. Hello. Oops. Pressed the wrong button there. I don't want that mixer. I want this mixer.
I was double muted on that one.
I've got a volume mixer. There it is. There it is. Why did you disappear? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, look at that. If I move it over here, it moves you over there. That is so weird. Okay.
Justin Jefferson. Hi, 42-year-old trapped in a 20-year-old body.
Is that a ham radio? No. To my right is over here. There's nothing over here. Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about this? No, that's my e-nail. It does look like a radio. That's right. No, this is an e-nail. It's got a cable that goes to an element that heats up this coil, and then keeps my thing, the bubbler TI, the titanium nail, hot, so it stays at 520 degrees. And I drop the dab on it and smoke it. That's a good question, man. Can we take a dab, brother? Pinoy, yes. Right. I like listening to the facts. Yes, time for a dab break. Fuck, I love this show. Time to cheers. And remember, guys, don't let my opinions on things stop us from being friends. Okay? Don't run out like, somebody was earlier was like, I'm leaving. You don't do what I do. No, I don't. I do things differently, and it's okay, man. That's why we're all different. We all do things differently. We're all human beings, and it shouldn't affect you at all. And if you disagree with my narrative or whatever, we can talk about it, and I can explain it to you. But, you shouldn't give up on me as a human being and a friend because I have a different view on something than you do.
Bonsai House. Realized Christians and atheists are basically the same. Christians don't believe in 2999 gods and atheists don't believe in 3,000 gods. What's one more?
What's one more god? That's funny. Weed out the snowflakes. I don't want to weed out snowflakes. I want the snowflakes to learn, man, because the snowflake's going to end up somewhere else, like on a Ben Shapiro podcast or a Steven Crowder podcast or, a Matt Walsh podcast. And then they're going to get to increase their numbers of moronic idiots that they're fucking programming with bullshit and hate. And, I don't want to lose those people, man. I don't want to lose them. And if you can't get past it, I understand. You're going to run off to Matt Walsh. I get it. But to me, man, someone like that is just vulgar. Somebody who can't stand other people just because they're different. That's despicable, man. I just wonder how that guy was raised, Matt Walsh. It seems like he was in a very enclosed, protected environment.
Justin Jefferson.
And people that are different than him, he was never exposed to.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
I always want to say cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Pinoy. Pinoy, why do you vocalize your coughs?
I don't know. They just come out like that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Oh.
You're going to make me laugh, bro. That's so funny. Thinking about it. I thought you did it intentionally.
Oh, no.
Dave
Like,
Fisher.
listen to my cough. Listen to my cough. Listen to the tonality.
Dave Fishing. Helps get it out faster.
Helps get it out faster? He says it helps get it out faster.
No, I sneeze loud, too.
Oh, bro, dude, I won't even sneeze on camera. My sneezes are so violent.
Yeah, mine are, too.
I have to go get off camera.
Like fucking crazy.
Dude, that mustard gas just made me sweat. And I'd done a whole bunch of OG Kush already. And now I just hit the mustard gas and boom, dab sweat. Here, hold on. I'll show you here. The dab sweat is a thick on this forehead. Look at that. Bro, look at that. Shine. It's a dab shine. That's the shining.
Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's that. glazed Krispy Kreme donut shiny. Whoa.
Yeah, Cyber Reload's got two different kinds of coughs. He's got the cough when he's smoking tobacco and the cough when he's not smoking tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The clear cough.
his cough was worse
Death cough.
a few months ago. It was really bad, but it's gotten better. I don't know why.
Yep.
Here comes something crazy I just read. China declares its own Taiwan and is blocking the strait. Canada sailed a battleship through and almost caused a shitstorm. I got anasterosis. If I sneeze, my chest pops out of place violently. I don't have cartilage holding my bones together like normal people. I feel you. Wolfie.
Crazy.
Oh my god, dude. That's the same reason why MacArthur wanted to keep on going north from Vietnam to flank Korean influence upon the newly won island of Japan. Atomic Rays fucking knows what's up. It's crazy. I'm not used to having like knowledgeable people converse.
In here with straight facts.
We're usually just like, yo, what you smoking on, bruh?
Like it's 420.
It's usually I know it's 420. That's the extent of our convo.
Justin Jefferson. If you and your girlfriend are both high and you nut on her face, could you call it a drug bust?
I could. I don't think she would.
Yeah, that's hella funny. Oh,
Mm.
dude, I just squeezed the sandwich and the egg yolk came out. Nice.
That's an egg McLomond. People are waking up from a historical sleep. It's nice to see people bring up today's issues. We need more of it instead of the canceling of people's voices. Well, I've tried all the strains. What's the funniest name you've come across? I once came across schoolgirl pomegranate. Tasted
Hey,
like
Dave.
fish. It doesn't sound good. What?
Yo, most people don't know that General MacArthur, the dude he's talking about, General MacArthur literally stopped the extinction of Filipinos. The Japanese people were like exterminating us like the Holocaust. And General MacArthur came in there and saved our lives, dude. Saved our, the Filipino as a race.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, you can look it up. That's crazy. It's crazy to think without that man, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. That's crazy.
For 3 years, they occupied the Philippines. I wonder if it gives the numbers of people murdered.
Oh, it's a lot, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like over 100,000. Crazy though to think
It's
that.
funny when you read these old stories, they talk about armaments and bombs dropping and the planes used. They never talk numbers of people murdered. They never mention that shit. They don't talk about civilian deaths. This is fucking crazy. With 20 100-pound bombs sent out on another mission to bomb transports. The B-17 in the water off Zamboa Zambonga. Zambonga. Looks like a bong. Zambonga. God damn, dude. No numbers of people. This is crazy. They're talking about planes and boats and shit. Warfare history, my ass. El Nino, Wolfie. Oh, you want me to turn his volume up? Oh shit, what's he got on the TV back there?
Trying to block it. You can't even tell what it is, can you?
What's that?
What's on my TV?
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Is it?
Yeah, I moved it over a little bit. I want to get you in there. Oh, here we go. That's even better like that.
Time is it? I gotta go at 1:30 to the farm. Lots of weeds to be pulled. Oh yeah.
The Bataan Death March. The 76,000 starving and sick American and Filipino defenders in Bataan surrendered on 9th April 1942 and were forced to endure the infamous Bataan Death March, on which 7,000 to 10,000 died or were murdered. The 13,000 survivors on Corregidor surrendered on May 6th.
Crazy.
General MacArthur kept his promise to return to the Philippines on the 20th of October 1944. The landings on the Isle of Leyte were accompanied by a force of 700 vessels, 174,000 men. Through December 1944, the islands of Leyte and Mindoro were cleared of Japanese soldiers. During the campaign, the Imperial Japanese Army conducted a suicidal defense of the islands. Cities such as Manila were reduced to rubble. Around 500,000 Filipinos died during the Japanese occupation. Bro, 500,000.
Yeah.
During the Japanese occupation period.
Entire families.
I've never heard of that. Are you guys familiar with that? That happened the same time they invaded Pearl Harbor. When they invaded Pearl Harbor, 10 days later, Japan invaded the Philippines. And they were there for 3 years, and they killed 500,000 Filipinos. And they marched people to death, too. Most of the 80,000 prisoners of war captured by the Japanese at Bataan were forced to take the march.
Crazy, had no idea.
80,000 prisoners of war. Yeah, almost all of them died. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Oh, dude, I can't even read the rest of this. What the Japanese did to the Filipinos was what the Nazis were doing to the Jews.
Yeah, just straight exterminating them.
Not just that, they were torturing them horribly. Wow.
Bonsai House. Isn't that the plot of Unbroken? Recent film.
I don't know, never heard of that movie. Let's go back to the chat here.
0/200. It's hard to hear Buddy there, LOL.
Yeah, I turned him up. Hopefully you can hear him better now.
Rising ocean temperatures and forest fires drive the weather patterns. Atomic ray. I hear you at Wolfie. I believe they got some fish emulsion on the flour. Mean Gene 7. We are in spiritual war smiling face with horns when evil is good and good. Wolfie 419. We are in spiritual war smiling face with horns when evil is good and good. Wolfie 419.
And good is evil. Turn to me now while there's time. Give me your hearts. Jesus. Is that what Jesus said?
Thanks, Nay. He was very quiet. I can actually hear him now. LOL. Atomic ray. At Wolfie, but do you believe space has no influence upon our weather? Not just the sun, space as an exact science. Wolfie 419. Japan also invaded China and killed millions throughout daily air raids and bombing. Most were innocent citizens caught on the fields. Atomic ray. As long as you can agree to outside influence undetected by our minds as one reason to why our climate is changing, I'll read the article. Wolfie 419. Our sun is in a flare-up session currently, and is bigger than average. It could also drive climate changes upon Earth, but it's degrading our magnetic poles. While it's doing so, eventually it'll come.
Wait, whoa, wait.
Out of its planetary cycle, and will...
You said, as long as you can agree to outside influence undetected by our minds? What do you mean by that? Outside influence undetected by... Atomic ray. What do you mean by outside influence undetected by our minds? What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Just explain that one statement to me, because you're asking someone to believe... I know you're not talking to me, but you're asking Wolfie to subscribe to something that to me sounds quite fantastic. You know? I want to smoke some flower. Flower par. What do you say, Pinoy? Yeehaw. Ooh, it's top of the hour. Listen to the music play. Top of the hour. Time to smoke. Currently is bigger than average, could also drive climate changes upon Earth, but is degrading our magnetic poles while it's doing so. Eventually it'll come out of its planetary cycle and will cool down. Wolfie 419.
Dude, the planet's just changing. That's all. And we just need to adjust and adapt.
We can't adapt because we don't have the crops that are going to grow in this new climate. That's the problem. The soy,
we'll always find a way.
the soy, the rice, the wheat,
Packing.
every single thing that we rely on to survive, we won't be able to grow anymore. And we could do greenhouses and shit like that, but there's no way we could have enough greenhouses to feed all the people that are fed by normal agriculture. So as soon as as soon as a river dries up and you can't water crops anymore, what do? You starve out. That whole area dies. This is already happening around America. And
dude, I just seen like a...
They're not reporting on it, but it's happening.
Crack in the ground driving over here. It looked like there used to be water in it. But it's just a crack in the ground now.
Right.
Crazy. Cheers.
Cheers. No Largani cannabis, everybody. Cheers.
Will cool down. Wolfie 419. He means he thinks I believe what you can't see doesn't affect you, which is the opposite from my beliefs. Nautilin. Cheers, top of the hour. Wolfie 419. Crops are growing. They're not ripening this year. Wolfie 419.
Dave fishing.
That's the scary thing. Earth soils are running out of nitrogen.
Have you ever drooled while hitting bong?
Yes, it happens
Atomic
a lot.
ray. This is a simple test. Do you see the Earth's atmosphere reaching out into space as a calm, smooth surface or a violent, unsettled surface? The unsettled surface of our atmosphere has an effect to weather.
Do you see the Earth's atmosphere reaching out into space as a calm, smooth surface or as a violent, unsettled surface? The unsettled surface of our atmosphere has an effect to weather. Right? Okay.
Weather. Atomic ray. As does the calm, smooth parts. That is why we have space launches at certain times.
Okay.
Wolfie 419. Here's a random conspiracy I actually believe in. When China turns on its super sun reactor, it displaces enough heat. It does affect other countries for days after.
Super
Atomic ray.
sun reactor.
And to your question, nay, about outside influence, I call it ignorance. Wolfie 419. Back in 2020, they turned on the super sun reactor for the first time. It became plus 15 in Canada when it was supposed to be minus 35 LOL and rained for 2 weeks. Was Ice City?
The
Subscribe.
super sun reactor.
Zero
Okay, dude, you got me. Super sun reactor. It doesn't even come up in a Google search, dude. React. There's reflector. Super sun reactor. He said where? It's so fucking crazy. Oh, it's China. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not even gonna look it up. That's stupid, bro. Super sun reactor. China's artificial sun reactor broke record. What? Oh, dude, it's ad blocking me. Dude, stop it. Whatever.
Ever.
Fucking A. China's artificial sun just broke a record for longest sustained nuclear fusion. You're telling me it changed the temperature in Canada? What? Superconducting. It's a superconductor. Okay, Chinese artificial sun. Okay. New world record, China's artificial sun. They've had this thing since 2006. Project has sustained a nuclear fusion reaction for more than 17 minutes. Yeah, but this is for China, dude. No, bro, this is for China. You can't believe anything they fucking say in China. They completely lie about everything. They spray paint the fucking grass green. Where did all my stuff go? Dude, Microsoft Edge just totally crashed. That was so weird. Okay, I just got everything back. Uh-oh. Okay, I just got everything back. I don't know, except the kick page. I don't know where the kick page went. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it didn't bring the kick page back. The artificial certificate record, okay. They're building one of these things in France, and they're going to begin using it in 2025. And it's going to create a magnetic field which is 280,000 times as strong as Earth's magnetic field. Fiscally and broken morally. I never said it produced power, though. It produces heat while turned on. That's the conspiracy. I think it's an economic weapon. I think they lie about everything in China, and you can't trust anything that comes out of there. You can't trust their science at all. That's something that Cyber taught me. Fission, and he's proven it time and time again, dude. China, the government over there lies about everything. And they turn their citizens into liars, you know? Soldiers. We saw a podcast, it's like basically a podcast, what do you call it? Like a slave labor type podcast, multi-podcast. It was crazy. Like all these kids podcasting in this one place, and each one had their own little mini studio. It was fucked up, dude. They all looked like they were in their bedroom, but they're all just on sets. We need to improve it since we have the tools for a quick shot of energy into our product. It's been long to find articles. I'm in Canada. I need a VPN to show anything anymore. Wolfie. Thanks to Bill C18. Wolfie, I hope Alberta. Got the only good and free place we got left, says Wolfie. Alberta equals Canadian Texas. Texas ain't free, you guys. Oh my God. You think Texas is the... Really? Is that what Canadians think? Oh my God. Wow. I'm not even going to address it. Yes, Texas, the land of the free, home of the brave. It's Texas. It's all there. We're coming for you. Americans want Alberta as a state. Please, we want to separate. Do it fast. Trudeau is just holding us back like Quebec. You guys got it rough in Canada, man. I know. You're not even allowed to have fucking guns against a corrupt government. You have wind turbines that freeze up. Okay, well, I'm looking at several bongs here. This one, you know, I was very sad when my audience looked at this bong and thought it was just a dirty bong. And the reason why I was so sad about that was because I really, really, really liked the design on this thing. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cool? This is all smoked glass. So you can feel it. This has got to be a sticker. Yeah, this is just got to be a sticker, right? I bet that's what this is, because this is cheap. I probably shouldn't be rubbing my fingers on it, and shit's probably going to rub it off. That's got to be, right? Do you think would they be able to do that? Just stick, is that like vinyl? Pinoy, what do you think that is? A sticker? Like it's got like all these intricate things on it. They'd probably peel those off? Or no?
When you touch it, does it feel like glass or does it feel like a sticker?
Feels like a sticker to me. I mean...
Dude, that's just sandblasting.
Oh, is that is this real? This is glass then?
Yeah, that's just sandblasting.
So it's not a sticker.
Well, it is when they sandblast it. It's just a bunch of stickers in place. and then they just do
Oh,
it by
oh,
layer.
oh, oh! So they wrap it with a template, and then they blast it.
Yeah.
And then they peel the wrap off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all sandblasted.
Monster. It says it's a monster bong, but you can't find monster anywhere. And look, it's got the eyeball. It's got the monster eyeball
Yeah.
with horns on it. And it says
Okay.
monster. It's got the monster logo, but you can't find monster anymore. It's like they're not making bongs anymore. But I just bought this recently. Here, I'm going to let the readback read again. We lost the readback because everything crashed. It was probably the readback that caused the crash, now that I think about it. The whole goddamn thing crashed.
Live all hurricanes up. My gas bill last month, $12 electric bill $184. I didn't use any power. That's the delivery charges from wind power. Wolfie 419.
You want to smoke some flower?
I love amberglass asterisk.
Oh, you
Wolfie
love
419.
amberglass? Oh, thank you. Good. You're the
It
first
takes a special tempered heat
You're
to
the
create
first
its
person
lovely
to
shade,
say
unique
that.
to its own,
Wolfie,
unlike a bottle.
my new best friend. Thank you, Wolfie.
Atomic ray. Fast, LMAO.
Cheers.
That isn't
Cheers,
enough at all.
Pinoy.
The trigger to the annexing
Cheers,
of
everybody.
Alberta will happen when West Washington becomes Idaho. The annex takes a special session of Congress for district work. Wolfie 419. I think Russia will nuke Washington first. Your presidential state will move to Nevada. Wolfie 419. JK. Atomic ray.
JK.
Canada is going to be looking for money soon when oil is only used for products and not energy. We can do better than oil and gas for energy production. Wolfie 419. I hope Daniel Smith separates Alberta from the east. We make Canada's annual budget x6. Without the equalization checks, Quebec will fall. Atomic ray. Fuck the climate, people. This planet has seen much worse days than some humans burning hydrocarbons. Think primordial soup.
Yeah, but
Subscribe.
Atomic ray.
0/200.
Humans weren't here trying to live on it
Rumble.
at that time. Do you even
About
understand
us.
how stupid that is, what you just said?
Tires.
Let's go back to that statement. Fuck the climate people. That's me. I'm the climate people. This planet has seen much worse days than some humans burning hydrocarbons. Yeah, absolutely it has. Like when the meteor hit the goddamn planet and killed all the fucking dinosaurs, dude. Like when we had volcanoes that erupted all over the planet and was covered with ash for fucking centuries and everything fucking died on the planet. Yeah, dude, we've had shit like that, absolutely. But guess what? Human beings weren't here at those times, dude. You know how dumb that is, what you're saying? Yeah, the Earth does go through fucking all kinds of shit. It's going to go through something too after we go extinct and we have no more habitat and we can't grow rice and wheat. We can't feed livestock. When there's no more food, there's no more habitat.
It's over.
We can't survive anymore, man. You know Mad Max? That shit's really gonna happen, man. There really are gonna people running around trying to fucking scavenge whatever the fuck they can because we're not all gonna die on the same fucking day, man. You know? There's gonna be people here and it's gonna be like Mad Max. I guarantee you, man. There won't be any fucking water. There won't be any resources. And on one day, people are gonna be driving around killing each other, trying to survive, eating each other. Because that's all they got. You know, Mad Max wasn't even the end of it all. When you think about it. They still had resources in Mad Max. They still had gasoline. You know? I don't know what you have to... You know, some people think we're going to go colonize other planets and shit.
Yeah, maybe the rich folks. But not none of the regular people.
We need some alien race to fucking warp fucking drive to our planet right now with the goddamn fix to all this and be like, yeah, we've been watching you from super far away. And here's the solution. Boom, it's this big, it fits in your hand. And, you know, we take that and we smash it with a hammer to see what makes it tick. You know, because we're a bunch of fucking idiots. And the aliens are like, but that was the thing that was gonna That was what. No, we gotta shoot it down. And then we've gotta do a goddamn. What are they doing? Aliens? An alien?
Probe them. We gotta probe them. We
No,
gotta
no,
check it
no.
out.
We don't probe them. We do fucking autopsy. We not autopsy. Fucking Yeah, an autopsy, I guess. Fucking alien autopsy.
Yeah. There's a name for that shit. It's like a D something. Where they take it apart to learn how it works and then use that technology.
I know that word too. That's another word I've forgotten. Backwards engineer.
Yeah, reverse engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careers. Our apps. Developers. I hope Daniel Smith separates Alberta from the East. We make Canada's annual budget x6. Without the equalization checks, Quebec will fall. Atomic ray. Fuck the climate, people. This planet has seen much worse days than some humans burning hydrocarbons. Think primordial soup. Atomic ray. Do you understand how stupid it is to spend time saving something you cannot destroy?
Yeah,
Atomic
I
ray.
agree with you on that.
Saving the humans.
I mean, we're not going to be able to stop it. We've already proven that we can't stop this. I mean, if some miracle were to happen, some kid figured out something, that'd be great. Great. I'm wrong. But I don't see that happening now. And with all the people we've got right now, no one seems to come up with a solution. It's only getting worse. People like you want to be, in denial that the human race is going extinct over this shit. So, it's going to happen to all of us eventually. We're all going to, at some point, have to admit that this is what's really happening. And do I understand it's stupid spending time trying to save something that, not that you can't destroy, but something that you can't fucking save. We can't save our environment. That's the problem. And we're not going to destroy the whole planet. The planet's still going to be here. And the whole thing might catch on fire a few times. And something might grow back. But it probably won't look like human beings.
Long run is simple. Leave this planet. It is going to be here forever. Wolfie 419. Atomic ray. Do you believe Earth is its own self-healing entity? Even if we nuke ourselves to oblivion, eventually Earth will buff out the scars asterisk and continue like nothing happened.
Yes.
Wolfie 419.
Yes.
The aliens are rolling up their
Earth
windows.
Earth will be just fine once we stop poisoning it.
Yeah, we're like
It'll cool back down, Yeah, we're like a goddamn virus on this thing. And as soon as we're gone, it'll take, 500 years or whatever, and then all the CO2 that we produced is going to start dissipating, and then everything will going to go back to fucking the way it was right when mankind started, and then, cockroaches and rats are going to come out and go like, hey, let's start populating, and then we get like a race of cockroach rat, and they explore the goddamn universe. Cockroach rats. They take over, bro. Smart cockroach rats. Back to you, chatters.
Windows and driving by asterisk. Atomic ray. This planet has something controlling it that we haven't found. The weather is bullshit when you live underground. Wolfie 419.
This planet has something controlling it that we haven't found. The weather is bullshit when you live underground. What?
That's an interesting.
Sounds like lyric. It sounds like song lyrics. It's magnetic poles sure do.
Magnetic poles sure do, and the heated core of Earth creates that. Atomic ray. Correct, we are all wrong so far about weather. Atomic ray. So what? The body isn't what I'm worried about. The spirit is what I live by. Atomic ray. Untrue, the strongest of the humans will exist with new order in the food chain. Look, this planet is a collection of past majorities. Wolfie 419. Epic of Gilgamesh. Subscribe.
Potato,
0/200.
Ray. I don't think humans are going to survive.
Rumble. About us.
It's all about habitat.
Careers. Our apps. Developers.
What are you going to
Advertising.
eat is the question. You need at least 2 human beings to survive. And they're going to need food to survive. And if they start populating this planet before this planet can produce food again, even on a small scale, then their kids just die of hunger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're talking about oceans that don't have fish in them anymore, and no more water in the lakes, and no more animals
completely
scurrying
different
around.
planet.
Because there's nothing left for anything to eat.
I think the planet would just wash us all away, and then start anew. The survivors.
Well,
inherit
you
the
know,
earth.
it would be nice to think that Ray is right, and that so the Mad Max people will survive and stay alive until the planet cools down enough and things start growing again, and they can start harvesting food. But there's no telling
Right.
the damage that we've done with CO2 on this planet right now. It might be 1,000 years before plants will grow again. You know, it might be 1,000 years, and the human race can't last that long without resources, at any capacity, at any size, at any number of human beings. Whether it's a family of 5 or 5,000 people, they're not going to live. There's no food, and that's the whole thing. You know, species die out. Like, we just lost some kind of a leopard or something somewhere. Yeah, it just went extinct. Something just went extinct somewhere. And it happened not because mankind took its habitat away. It happened because mankind took away its source of food. And it could no longer find the food that it needed. The habitat was still there, and the animals were still there. But the thing that it needed the most to survive to eat, we took that away. And then it died. When human beings run out of food, that's going to happen to us too, just like that leopard. You know, when what we eat is no longer here, we're going to die too. You can't wait for the next species to grow and evolve on Earth. You think dolphins will remain supreme? Bro, there aren't going to be any fish in the sea for dolphins to eat.
I don't think the ocean will get affected.
Dude, the ocean's already
like the land
affected.
will.
The ocean's already affected. Let me tell you something. The coral's dying. Boom. That's it. The coral dies, the whole ocean dies. You know why? Because of the food chain. Wow, I ran out of fucking room on my goddamn SD drive. Holy shit. I better fucking clear that off. The food chain, bro. So in the coral reefs, you got all the tiny little fish where they can hide and shit. And once they can't do that anymore, those little fish die, and then the bigger fish die, and then the bigger fish die, and then the bigger fish die. Every single stage dies off because they've got nothing to eat. The ocean's already doing this. We're already losing species in the ocean. Species are going extinct. It's acidifying and making it impossible for this life to survive as it gets worse and worse. More and more things are going to die off. We're going to get red tides more. That's going to strangle out all the fish on the coastline. No, the ocean's not going to make it, bro. Nothing's going to survive mankind. No way. Plastics, bro. We've destroyed it. And imagine this. What's going to happen when all the nuclear reactors fucking break down into the ocean? And then we'd get nuclear waste out in the ocean. Yeah,
There's
atomic.
like a big thing about PG&E dumping fucking shit into the river and stopping the salmon run.
Ray thinks life's going to exist, you know, where ocean that humans don't go or whatever. Whatever, dude. If you think that, you know, fine, man. But acidification is the whole goddamn ocean. It's not just local. It's everything. You know, maybe the deepest fucking part of the ocean, it's like 3 miles down and you get like those weird looking fish. Maybe they'll survive down there. You know? But the planet will come back eventually. And with that will come life, because everything it needs will be here. Life, but humans are going to be long gone by then. I mean, most of us live in homes that have city water. We get our food from a grocery store. Most of us. And when that's cut off, man, you're not considering all the people that are just immediately going to drop off because they don't have access to food. It's going to happen fast. Ray, I don't understand what you're trying to say, buddy. I'm looking at your typing, but I'm just not understanding what you're saying. I mean, I'll read it out loud. So the data is from 10% of the ocean being observed. What is a rare event compared to an event?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Shrimp? So Burning Man, the rain that happened at Burning Man.
Oh, somebody died over there.
Yeah. Check this out though. A whole bunch, an extinct kind of shrimp that was embedded in the soil, prehistoric or some shit, came back to life.
What?
Saturated the soils enough, an extinct shrimp that looks like Pokemon's fossil Kuboto that hatched from petrified eggs and now re-inhabit the dampened soils.
Wow.
Are they taking those shrimp out of there and like preserving them, putting them in aquariums and breeding them and shit? That's fucking crazy. They're probably going to produce the next fucking pandemic. It's going to be called the shrimp demic.
The shrimp demic.
That being one or two species in the 10%. What I'm saying is that the 90% of the ocean is large enough for me to say we don't know if they are extinct. On land is different. Okay, whatever. Extinct, extinct. It doesn't matter. Tomato, it doesn't matter. Does it? Humans aren't going to be here, is the point. I mean, when you even think about people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk building these, shelters where they'll be able to survive in case of a nuclear attack. They've got like a bomb shelter underground or whatever. You'd have to figure out how much food they got to survive. Okay, great. So you got let's say you got 100 years of food for you and your family, whatever, to survive, and you're going to live underground. As long as you can live underground, let's say it's 100 years or whatever, it won't be enough to go up on the Earth's surface and start repopulating, because we still won't be able to grow shit. Wolfie says, once we go acidic, we're dead, so who's not to say volatile creatures don't exist? We found little creatures before that survive in vats and sulfuric acids. I don't like that billionaires in space is the direction, and if billionaires want to go deep into water, they are imploded. We're being kept stupid about weather for a reason. None of those statements you made in that paragraph correlate with each other. Ray, you're all over the place. You're more like your name is Atomic Ray. You're more like an atomic disarray. Lol freedom, stupid if you can afford to be. Yeah. I've got pizza here. I'm gonna make it because I rock the pizza. I rock the pizza. If you guys put a chat on the YouTubes, I didn't hear it because the chat was in the circle mode. Didn't realize that till just now. Okay, so I guess we can add that to show stories. Oh, there's the kick page. Holy
Dave
shit.
Fishing.
Sure.
Papa's Pizza.
What?
Yeah, it's Papa Joe's Pizza. Pepperoni. I'm gonna go make some Papa Joe's Pizza pepperoni. No, I'm everywhere. Not my problem. You can't keep up. You're funny, Ray. Well, Ray, you're a year older than me, man. You're way more sophisticated than I am. How come Wolfie and Ray are the only people that want to talk in my chat? Thank you guys for following the channel on Rumble. I really do appreciate that so much. 879 followers. Thank you guys for following the channel on Rumble. I really do appreciate that so much. 879 followers. That's funny. So anyway, thanks again for your follows. I appreciate that. I'm on YouTube at Nays Garden, on Twitter Nays Garden, Truth Social Nays Garden. I will see you in all those places, my friends. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the 2.5-hour show with me and Pinoy from one side of the country to the other. We've got it all covered.
Coast to coast.
And if there were more people talking in the chat besides Wolfie and Atomic Ray, I'd stay. I'd stay. I see Dave Fishing and I see Wolfie and Atomic Ray. That's it. I only see 3 people, guys. Understand that from a podcaster's standpoint, I really believe that there's only 3 people here. Okay, just doing this. Oh, Not Telling is here. Okay, so that's Ray, Wolfie, Not Telling, and Dave Fishing. We got 4, everybody. 4 people. So understand, that's what I see. You'll be back next show. Follow me, turn on notifications, turn on the YouTube notifications. Go follow me on Truth Social because I put up a link in Truth Social every time I go live.
Steven Running.
Hey, there's Steve
Hello.
Running. Here you go. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.